I wasn't going to do a video on this, but I got several folks ask me to, so we'll install these blades and get everything shimmed. Might save you a little trouble. Actually, the instructions were really easy to follow. So we have a blade and a shim here. Now this is for the Lumberjack Tenon tool. This is going to make the tenons, the male portion on here. So it said just for quick and dirty, you put your shim and your blade on there, right? And you got 2 screws here. Now we're not going to Loctite these guys. I know it goes against the grain, but this is an adjustment tool that we'll be adjusting, so I don't typically Loctite something like that. So just run those up, back them off a little bit. You're going to do this twice, and you have an option between an 1/8 or 1/4 inch spacer between the body of the tenon maker, and that's basically it, right? So we're going to go with 1/8 inch. The shim apparently gives you a little bit more of a less aggressive cut. So we'll start with that. If we want more, we'll pull it out. So that's 1/8 inch thickness with the cardboard, just 90 degrees off of that milled face, and that's it. So when you're looking at this, you should see that 1/4 inch or 1/8 inch gap right there between the body and the blade, that they're consistent. That's really all there is to it. There's this little guy, which seems a little bit hokey. It's a depth gauge. So if you want to have a little bit shorter tenons, right, you move that up and down. So it's nothing super high tech, but I'm sure it works. I'd like to see this as a toolless design, so you don't have to, mess with the pliers or anything like that. But that's it. All right, so the countersink is basically very similar here. So I did that, but I'll show you how real quick to do that. So it comes with a shim of its own, which is, I think, the same one we just used right here, but this is a different blade. Nice screws, nice hardware, by the way. Everything that I've seen has all been the best quality US made. So I said, now careful, this is sharp. Put that shim in there. Like that, right? Press down. They said use a piece of wood so you're pressing evenly against that back wall. But little cardboard, you can do it. And this is it. Just tighten these guys up here. Pull that shim out, and that's it. That's the spacing. Okay, so finally, this was kind of cool. I wasn't sure what this was all about. It came with these 3 spacers here. Let me bring you up closer. Yeah, check these out. These are cool. Nice machining here. So 3 different size spacers, depending on the size of hole you're going to drill. Because this is the countersink, right? So we're going to drill this first, that 1.5 inches, and then this is going to put that nice bevel on there, so it's all hidden. So they go together really nicely. 1 inch, 1.5 inches, and 2 inch. So you have all 3 there. So what the purpose of this is, that I'm assuming, for a minute I thought, did they make this so we could use it like for a giant router bit? But I don't think so. This is a guide. So you have an 1.5 inch hole that will fit in there, and it helps you to center this perfectly. And when this bottoms out, I guess then you're done, right? But that's it. Okay, so the only thing left is the Lumberjack clamp system, and the 4th and final piece in the kit, of course, is the clamp. Pretty clever design, very simple. So how it works is you've got your adjustment teeth right there, and then this carriage bolt is held on with the spring so it doesn't fall over, so it keeps it rigid. You slide it out of the way, and then you push this. Imagine this is a log, right? Small one. You push that down until that's flat, whichever tooth you need to pick up. Slide the clamp in. It's got these little black Allen head bolts that all the they're just basically stops that keep that from slipping off. Tighten that down right there, and that's it. That's pretty good clamping pressure. That's going to be really nice for holding those when we're using the big tenon tool, right? So question is how do we mount this? We're going to mount this in a way where we can use it out in the field, whether that be to the tractor or might just even bolt it to a tree. That wouldn't even be a bad way to go either. I don't think of the kit. I don't know that this is necessary. Some guys were asking the price on this stuff. This is their higher end stuff. They're full on commercial, and I've spent a little bit more for this. It was a little bit bigger and just a little bit more robust and better blades than the the kind of the entry-level starter one. But if you're just doing furniture in your shop, or you wanted to just do some simple projects like a little three-legged stool, I don't think that I don't know that guy would need this one, right? So you can get the basic kit, these two pieces, for, it was $80, I think, on their website. When everything's said, and when I was done here, I think this was more like in the $350 or $400 for everything, I think. And I think that included the clamp. Don't quote me on that. Very nicely made. I'm excited to get started on it. We'll next time we'll try it out on that aspen, see if we can't do some damage on that stuff. But that's really going to be cool. Be nice to, guy might have to make a cover for this one here. That blade is, see, these blades are protected. You know, you could put that in your toolbox and it's not going to be a problem. This is exposed, so guy might want to wrap that up in a oily cloth or something just to protect those edges there. Or even just make some sort of a wooden sheath out of a cone, or I don't know. We'll have to work on that. All right, well, that's it. That's what I learned from the blades. You learned as I learned. Pretty straightforward. We'll see how it works next time. Thanks for watching. Keep us in your prayers. May God bless you and your families. And we'll see you guys in the next video.
So here we are, and we are leaving our wonderful homestead where we've been for 9 years, 9+ years.
Almost a decade.
How's it feel?
Feels a little sad, actually.
It's pretty bittersweet, isn't it?
I was just standing on the deck with Mrs. W and looking out over the land and the hard work and the tree house and the bridges, and yeah, it's a little sad. How do you feel?
Well, I'm got my tears over here on this side of the camera.
All right, well, time to go.
What do you see? Mama. What is it? What do you think?
Do you like it?
Mama, Papa, why did you find this crazy around here?
Do you think it's crazy?
You have rings for hanging on. You have a rope to climb. And this is a rope ladder. You can climb that. Yep.
What do you think? Is it cool?
Your hands. See? You can climb up there.
Papa, I want to get down
Okay.
and go down the slide.
Is that your favorite?